This is part 2 of my stock market sectors video. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Piece of the Pie with Ty. I'm Ty, and I appreciate you guys coming to check me out on my channel. If you like any of the content in this video, please hit that like button. It really helps me out with people finding the video, and subscribe to the channel. My channel is all about making sure people are aware of the different avenues that are out here to get a piece of the pie. And today, we're going to be diving back into the stock market sectors. This is part 2 of the video that I previously started called Stock Market Sectors. Check it out if you haven't checked that one out already, but we're going to dive right into it. We're going to start with the healthcare sector. The healthcare sector consists of businesses that provide medical service, manufacture medical equipment or drugs, provide medical insurance, or facilitate the provision of healthcare to patients. My 2 stock picks for this sector are FHLC and CRSP. That's the Fidelity Healthcare ETF. And CRISPR is an up-and-coming company that deals with the alteration of DNA. These 2 companies both are definitely something to look out for. The Fidelity Healthcare ETF had a growth of 28.55% over the last year, and CRISPR had a growth of 167.92%. So CRISPR definitely had a good growth. The Fidelity Healthcare ETF pays a dividend of 78 cents annually, and of course CRISPR doesn't pay a dividend, but it has that growth. And one favorable mention is Johnson & Johnson. They are also a good company in this healthcare field. Johnson & Johnson had a growth of 9.35% over the last year, and they pay a dividend of $4.04 annually. So those are 3 different companies that you guys should take a look at. The next sector is information technology. This sector contains businesses that revolve around the manufacturing of electronics, creation of software, computers, or products and services relating to information technology. So this is the major tech sector. 2 companies that I recommend are Apple and Microsoft. You guys should know these companies well. Apple does almost everything related to smartphones, music, watches, TVs. Apple is all over the board. Microsoft too has a slew of different things. They have a gaming system, they have computers, they have a whole lot under their belt too. Apple has had a growth of about 88% over the last year. They pay a dividend of 82 cents annually. Microsoft has had a growth of about 51%, and they pay a dividend of $2.19 annually. These 2 companies, if you don't have them in your portfolio, you definitely need to have them. We already know, at least during my generation, these companies have really been booming and have paved the way for a lot of other companies. So definitely check these companies out. The next sector that we're going to check out is the telecommunication sector. This sector has companies that make communication possible on a global scale, whether it is from phone, internet, through airwaves or cables, or satellite cables. 2 companies that I recommend are Verizon and Qualcomm. Alright, everybody know what Verizon is. Verizon definitely has a great network. They are a great cell phone company, and they also have been dabbling in 5G and providing cable and internet to people. Qualcomm builds the components for networks to run. So they service maybe people like Verizon, T-Mobile. They provide the equipment to handle 5G, 4G, 3G, all of those types of components. Verizon had a growth of about 0.75%, so not even 1%. But Verizon gives a dividend of $2.50. Qualcomm is a little better with the exponential growth, and I think that had a lot to do with the 5G coming out this year. Qualcomm had a growth over the last year of 80%. They pay a dividend of $2.60. So definitely check these two companies out too. The next sector is the utility sector. This sector has companies that provide amenities such as water, sewage service, electricity, dams, and natural gases. Two companies that you should check out in this sector are Dominion Energy and American Water, and they are basically self-explanatory. Dominion Energy is a power company. It's based in Virginia, certain parts of North Carolina, and a few other places. American Water, of course, provides water to the United States. Dominion Energy had a growth of negative 5% over the last year, which means they're currently undervalued, which might be a good thing for you to go scoop them up while they're still undervalued. They give a dividend of $3.14. American Water had a growth of about 19%, and they give a dividend of $2.20. It is important to point out too that the utility companies usually are mainly for the dividend investors. Every now and then you do see one that has a decent growth, but a stable utility company is definitely going to just pay dividends and it's not going to be on that up and up growth. And I think Dominion Energy is trying to get into the solar sector too. That's one reason that I definitely like Dominion Energy. And the next field is real estate. Everybody know what real estate is? Real estate is basically companies involved in real estate, be it commercial or residential. But you're mainly going to see companies involved in commercial real estate listed on the stock market. The two different stocks that I picked for this is, of course, O Realty and EPRT. Both of these companies deal with commercial real estate. They own the type of properties that the McDonald's, Hardee's, Walmart, Rite Aid, those type of businesses sit on these companies' lots. And that is, of course, commercial real estate. O Realty has been in the game for a while. They are a dividend aristocrat. And EPRT is the new up-and-coming commercial property stock company. And both of these are REITs. By the way, if you don't know what REITs are, please check out my video I did on REITs. O had a growth of about 19% over the last year. They pay a dividend of $2.81. And I do want to point out that O pays a dividend monthly, not quarterly, but monthly. EPRT had a growth of 105% over the last year. Usually REITs do not do that, but they are a new up-and-coming company, and they had a killer growth. That's why I've been really bullish on EPRT. I think EPRT has potential to go to where O price is. You see what price is at currently. O pays a dividend of 94 cents, and these two are definitely ones that I'm taking to the grave right here. These two right here, I'm taking with me to the grave. They are going to play a big part in how I'm going to receive passive income in my retirement. And the last sector is a new sector. You guys know it as cryptocurrencies. Alright, cryptocurrencies is all the rage, and cryptocurrencies have been killing the markets. The cryptocurrencies that I hold have beat out every position I have in my portfolio. So, cryptocurrencies are the future, and with Coinbase's IPO, we can tell that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. And what cryptos are, they are a form of digital currency, and they are being used to try to get away from the fiat currency, paper currency that we currently use. Like Bitcoin wants to be a universal currency, so everybody uses Bitcoin instead of the traditional fiat. And of course, the two that I want to point out to you guys are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin had a growth of 813% over the last year. 813%. and Ethereum had a growth of 1,433%. Sheesh. I don't have anything in my portfolio coming close to that. So yes, I added cryptos as a sector because cryptos are definitely something to look at too. So yeah, guys, that wraps up my stock sectors part 2 video. And it's important to have yourself spread out throughout the different sectors so you can have a diverse portfolio, so if one sector is hit hard, you can survive. Alright, if you like any of the content in this video, please hit that like button. Again, it really helps me out with people finding the video. Subscribe to the channel and come back and see me. I got plenty more to talk about. Thanks.